Imaging finding a rare coin so rare it could pay off your house today. We're diving into 10 of the most valuable US coins ever found. Real coins worth hundreds and even millions of dollars or more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss the next rare find. Let's start this.
Imagine holding a small coin between your fingers, feeling the weight of history and the subtle ridges of its worn edges, unaware that this tiny piece of copper could unlock a fortune beyond your wildest dreams. Yes, I'm talking about the 1962 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin error, one of the most sought-after treasures for collectors and investors alike. It's astonishing to think that something that fits so easily in your pocket could command prices that make millionaires stop and take notice. But before we dive into the jaw-dropping value, ask yourself this: how often do you come across a coin that could literally transform your financial future? And more importantly, are you ready to recognize it when it's staring you in the face? Now, let's rewind to 1962, a time when America was brimming with optimism, and the Lincoln penny, a symbol of perseverance and ingenuity, circulated in the hands of millions. But among these millions, a rare anomaly occurred at the Denver Mint, an error so subtle that it could easily be overlooked by the untrained eye. And here's where the excitement begins: that tiny flaw, often dismissed as a minor imperfection, is what catapults this penny into the realm of the extraordinarily valuable. Can you imagine discovering a penny in your change and realizing it could be worth more than your car, more than a year's salary, maybe even enough to make your dreams a reality? Let's pause for a moment. How many of us have shoved coins into jars or drawers, thinking nothing of them? Did you know that even the coins you casually flipped through today could be hiding a fortune, waiting for someone with the knowledge and courage to recognize it? You might be asking yourself, how can I tell if my old pennies are valuable? How do I sell them without being cheated? These are questions that thousands of Americans, just like you, have asked themselves, and the answers can lead straight to wealth if approached wisely. The 1962 D penny error is particularly fascinating because it combines rarity, historical significance, and minting irregularities that are highly prized in the coin-collecting world. Errors could range from double dies, off-center strikes, or misaligned mint marks. These quirks are not mere mistakes, they are nature's way of creating scarcity and desire. And scarcity, as you well know, drives demand. So picture this: a collector, scanning dozens of coins, suddenly spots that mint mark slightly askew. Their heart races. They know that in that moment, they've stumbled upon a potential fortune. And if you were the one holding that coin, wouldn't you want to know how to maximize its value? Here's a humorous thought: imagine explaining to your friends that your loose change from the bottom of your purse is worth more than their retirement fund. Funny, yes, but true for those who have discovered these rare 1962 D Lincoln pennies. And this brings us to a critical question every potential seller asks: how do I sell old rare coins in the USA, and where will I get the best price? Should you go to a local coin shop, an auction house, or online marketplaces? The answer is strategic. Auction houses, especially those that cater to high-end collectors, can dramatically increase the price when multiple buyers compete for a single rare coin. But before selling, knowledge is power. Knowing your coin's grade, mint mark, and error type is essential. After all, even small details can mean the difference between a few $100s and an astronomical sum. Let's inject a little excitement. Did you know that coins like the 1962 D error can sometimes fetch tens of thousands of dollars in private sales? And yes, I said tens of thousands. Some have even achieved six-figure results in rare cases. This isn't hyperbole. Collectors are hungry for authenticity, rarity, and perfection, and when your coin ticks all the boxes, the bidding war can become intense. So, ask yourself, are you ready to turn what's been gathering dust in a drawer into a financial windfall? Or are you going to let this opportunity slip through your fingers? Now, you might be wondering, from pocket changes to millions, is this really possible? Absolutely. History is littered with stories of ordinary Americans who, upon realizing the true value of their coins, transformed their lives almost overnight. And it's not just about money, it's about empowerment, freedom, and the thrill of holding something unique that everyone else craves. How many chances do we get to turn something so ordinary into something extraordinary? And more importantly, How long can you afford to wait before someone else claims that fortune that could have been yours? But let's not forget the psychological thrill. Fear and urgency are your allies here. Fear of missing out, fear of undervaluing your coin, fear that the next opportunity could be gone forever. Combine that with excitement, the rush of discovery, the anticipation of the auctioneer's gavel, and you have a powerful cocktail of emotions that make coin collecting not just profitable, but exhilarating. And here's a little pattern interrupt. What if I told you that one tiny mistake by the mint in 1962 could be the very reason you retire early? Pause, imagine that, and feel your pulse quicken. Isn't that what dreams are made of? Throughout this journey, every question you've had, the how to sell old rare coins, how to make money from coins, and where to find collectors willing to pay top dollar, starts to converge. It all comes down to strategy, timing, and the knowledge that your coin is not just metal, but a key to opportunity. When you approach this market with intent, every choice you make, from authentication to auction timing, can amplify your profit exponentially. And isn't it empowering to know that, with the right insight, you're no longer just a holder of coins, but a navigator of wealth? As we draw this story together, consider this: the 1962 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny error isn't merely a coin, it's a symbol of possibility. It represents the incredible value hidden in plain sight, waiting for someone with vision, courage, and decisiveness to claim it. The question remains, will you be that person? Will you take the coins you've overlooked and transform them into something magnificent? Can you imagine the satisfaction, the stories you'll tell, and the financial freedom you'll gain when you realize that a simple penny in your pocket was actually a golden ticket all along? We are talking about the 1964 D. Lincoln 1-cent penny, an iconic coin that, in the right condition, can be worth more than most of us ever imagined. Have you ever wondered if a coin in your drawer, under the couch cushions, or in your old coin jar could actually be worth a fortune? Could the change you've been ignoring be your golden ticket from pocket change to millions? Today, we're diving deep into this remarkable coin, exploring why collectors are willing to pay top dollar, how errors make it extraordinarily valuable, and what steps you can take if you have one sitting quietly at home. The story begins in 1964, a year of incredible transformation for the United States. The nation was riding a wave of cultural change, optimism, and economic growth. In the midst of this historic moment, the Denver Mint produced millions of Lincoln pennies, but among these standard coins, something unusual happened. A rare error slipped through the presses, an anomaly that would, decades later, become highly sought after by collectors and investors. Errors in coins are not just accidents, they are the universe whispering to you that luck, timing, and history can converge in a single, small object. Imagine holding a coin that millions overlooked, yet it has the power to make you part of an elite circle of collectors and sellers who understand true value. Now, you might be asking, what exactly makes the 1964 D penny so special? Here's where it gets fascinating. This coin has several variations, including double die obverse errors and striking misalignments that the naked eye can sometimes detect with careful inspection. Each imperfection tells a story of the human hand, industrial machinery, and sheer chance. And it's precisely these stories that collectors are desperate to own. Can you feel the excitement building? Picture yourself at an auction, with bidders from across the nation, eyes locked on this tiny copper coin as they compete fiercely to take it home. The stakes are real. The atmosphere is electric. And the value? Well, in top condition, this coin can fetch the maximum dollar a collector is willing to pay, a number that will make your jaw drop when you realize what was hiding in plain sight all along. But let's pause for a moment. How does one even discover that they have such a treasure? Maybe it's in your loose change, maybe it's in a dusty coin collection you inherited, or perhaps it's been sitting unnoticed in a shoebox for decades. Have you ever stopped to wonder how many people walk past millions in potential wealth every day, unaware? This is where the story becomes personal. Imagine the regret of someone who finally realizes the coin they tossed aside as a child could have transformed their financial future. We don't want you to be that person. Instead, let's think strategically. How can you identify, authenticate, and eventually sell a rare coin like the 1964 D. Lincoln cent error? What steps must you take to ensure you get the highest value and avoid common pitfalls that cost other collectors thousands, sometimes even hundreds of thousands of dollars? Before we go further, let me ask you this: have you ever thought that a coin could outshine an investment portfolio? That a single penny, often overlooked, could rival real estate or stock market gains in its potential? It's not just theory. History shows us countless examples of collectors turning seemingly insignificant coins into life-changing windfalls. And the 1964 Lincoln cent error is one of those rare opportunities. The first step in capitalizing on this opportunity is understanding what makes a coin desirable. Condition, rarity, and error type are key factors. Coins in mint state condition, untouched and preserved, naturally command premium prices. Errors, no matter how small, a doubled die, a slight misstrike, or a die crack, dramatically amplify demand. The combination of rarity, condition, and historical significance creates a perfect storm for value. Now, let's talk about the market. The world of coin collecting might seem calm from the outside, but under the surface, it's a battlefield of excitement, urgency, and fierce competition. Auctions for high-demand coins like the 1964 Lincoln cent error attract seasoned collectors, investors, and even first-time buyers who have realized that the right coin at the right time is more than just money, it's power, prestige, and opportunity. Have you ever wondered how coins sell for tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars in auctions? It's about timing, knowledge, and understanding the market psychology. Sellers who wait too long or underestimate the coin's worth often miss out. And those who act decisively, they change their financial trajectory in ways they never imagined. Speaking of auctions, let's dive into the practical side. How does one sell a rare coin in the US? What are the best venues to ensure you get top dollar? First, you want to start with authentication. Coins must be graded by reputable agencies. PCGS or NGC are the gold standard, to guarantee to buyers that your coin is legitimate. Imagine the difference between selling an ungraded coin and a certified mint state coin. The difference can be tens of thousands of dollars. Next, consider the selling platforms, online auction houses, in-person auctions, and specialized coin shows all present unique opportunities. Have you ever wondered if your local coin shop could handle such a high-value sale? While convenient, the real money often comes from reaching serious collectors willing to pay the maximum dollar. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. How do you even know if you have an error coin? What small details separate a standard 1964 Lincoln penny from a high-value error version? Look closely at the obverse, the front of the coin. Are the letters doubled? Is the date unusually thick or misaligned? Examine the reverse for inconsistencies. Even subtle variations can be worth significant sums. And here's a little secret: sometimes the most valuable coins are hiding in plain sight, in jars, drawers, or forgotten collections. It's thrilling, isn't it? The thought that a simple action, checking your coins, could unlock unimaginable value. But let's take a moment to inject some humor and reset our attention. Imagine your grandkids finding a shiny penny under the couch and saying, "Grandpa, this is worthless." Little do they know, that very coin could be the key to a luxurious lifestyle filled with travel, fine dining, and financial security. It's a reminder that fortune often comes disguised as something ordinary. And now, you're part of the story, awake to the possibilities, and ready to act. The journey from discovery to profit is not just about money, it's about empowerment. Selling rare coins is a strategic process. You ask, how do I maximize my return? How do I avoid scams? How do I ensure the highest bid in an auction? The answers are rooted in knowledge, patience, and timing. By understanding the coin's historical context, rarity, and market trends, you position yourself to capitalize on the maximum dollar potential. The 1964 Lincoln cent error isn't just a coin, it's a testament to foresight and action. Those who recognize its value early are the ones who transform their lives. Now, let's connect the dots. From the minting press in Denver to your hands decades later, the 1964 penny has traveled a remarkable journey. Each scratch, each glint of copper, tells a story of history, chance, and human curiosity. Your role in this journey is active, not passive. By learning, observing, and taking decisive action, you can turn what others see as mere change into a fortune. It's not luck, it's opportunity, knowledge, and action. And the question is, are you ready to seize it? As we near the conclusion, consider this: every moment you wait could mean missing out. Coins like the 1964 D. Lincoln cent era are in high demand, and collectors are eager. The market moves quickly. How many times have we seen once hidden treasures become headlines overnight? How many ordinary coins have suddenly transformed lives? The urgency is real, and the excitement is palpable. Your next step is simple yet profound: examine your coins, seek expert grading, and explore auction opportunities. Turn possibility into reality. Transform forgotten pennies into extraordinary wealth. Imagine holding in your hand a piece of copper history that could transform your life. It's thrilling, isn't it? Let's rewind for a moment. Picture America in 1970, the country was shifting culturally, music was changing, and everyday life moved fast. And yet, in coin presses across Denver, one penny was about to slip through unnoticed, carrying a tiny but extraordinary error that would make collectors' hearts race decades later. Errors like the 1970 D. Lincoln penny are not just mistakes, they're gold mines in disguise, whispers from history that say, "Find me, and you could change your life." But how do you know if your coin is one of these rare treasures? And more importantly, how do you turn it into actual money? Before we dive into the mind-blowing value of this coin, let's talk about why people pay astonishing amounts for such tiny items. Humans are wired for rarity, scarcity drives desire, and desire drives value. Imagine, one slip in a minting press turns an everyday penny into a collector's gem. But here's the thing: many people overlook their coins, dismissing them as just spare change. Could that be you, missing a fortune in your own pocket? Think about that for a second. It's exciting and a little terrifying. Now, if you're sitting there wondering, how do I know if my 1970 D penny is one of the rare error coins? Here's the key. The most famous 1970 D penny error is known for the double die obverse. Yes, that means the image of Abraham Lincoln's face or the lettering on your coin might be slightly doubled, a subtle, almost magical detail that transforms an ordinary penny into a collector's dream. Some of these coins have sold for tens of thousands of dollars. But what makes them even more desirable is the story they tell. Each imperfection is a fingerprint of history, a moment frozen in time, and a piece of the American legacy. You might be asking, okay, but can I really sell it for big money? How do I sell old, rare coins in the USA? The answer is yes, but there's a method. Coins like this don't just get tossed on eBay or left to chance. Serious collectors, auction houses, and specialized dealers are always searching for these gems. That means if your coin is authenticated and graded by experts, it could appear in high-profile auctions and command prices most people can only dream about. Imagine walking into an auction, placing a bid on something you didn't know was in your possession, and watching collectors fight for the privilege of owning it. It's exhilarating, but let's pause for a moment. Have you ever held a coin in your hand and felt the weight of possibility? There's a thrill in knowing that something so small could hold so much value. Your mind starts racing. Could this be worth $10,000, $50,000? Even more. And here's where the pattern interrupt comes in. You might be thinking, I wish I'd checked my old jars of pennies sooner. That little spark of humor is actually part of the excitement. After all, how often do you find millions in loose change without even trying? Now, let's connect this back to the bigger picture. Many people dream of turning their hobbies into income. What if I told you that coins can go from pocket change to millions? Yes, the process starts small, sorting through old coins, recognizing rare mint errors, and understanding market demand. But the journey doesn't stop there. Coins like the 1970 D Lincoln era aren't just rare, they are in high demand among wealthy collectors, museums, and investors. Knowing the value, how to authenticate, and how to sell effectively can unlock extraordinary wealth. You might ask, how do I even start selling old rare coins? First, authentication is key. Never sell before your coin has been evaluated by certified numismatists. Then, consider your options: private sales to collectors, reputable online platforms, and high-end auctions. Remember, timing can be everything. Selling at the right moment can turn a small error penny into an extraordinary payday. And if you're curious, what is the maximum value of this coin today? Well, experts have seen pristine examples of the 1970 D Lincoln penny with the rare double die error reach astonishing sums. It's not just money, it's a ticket to financial freedom and a connection to history that few ever experienced. Here's something most people overlook: the emotional journey of coin collecting. It's not only about the money, though that's certainly part of the thrill. It's about discovery, suspense, and strategy. Every coin has a story, every error a secret, and every sale an opportunity. And let's face it, there's a certain satisfaction in holding a coin and knowing that few others in the world have the same. Ask yourself, how would it feel to hold something in your hand worth more than most people earn in a lifetime? Now, let's take it one step further. You might wonder, could I really turn my collection into wealth? Absolutely. Many Americans have started with nothing but curiosity and spare change, only to discover life-changing value hidden in their own homes. The 1970 D Lincoln penny is just one example. Imagine what's waiting in your drawers, attics, and old wallets. You could have a treasure trove ready to be discovered, and the thrill of finding it is as exciting as the money itself. As we reach the conclusion of this journey, think about the big picture: from history to wealth, from curiosity to opportunity. This coin is not just copper and metal, it's a portal into American history, a symbol of possibility, and an investment that can reward patience, knowledge, and insight. If you've been holding on to that jar of pennies, or sorting through your old change, don't wait. Every moment is a chance to discover a gem, to ask the right questions, and to take action before someone else does. How will you start your journey? How will you find your rare coins? How will you turn them into wealth? And now, the moment you've been waiting for those who discover the authentic 1970 D Lincoln penny error in pristine condition, the current market value can reach a truly mind-blowing figure, a staggering $76,763. Yes, you heard that right. One tiny penny, once overlooked, now worth more than many people will earn in decades. The opportunity is real, the demand is high, and the thrill is unmatched. Are you ready to find yours? Are you ready to turn pocket change into a legacy of wealth and history? The choice is yours. Imagine reaching into your pocket and pulling out a coin that could instantly transform your financial future. It sounds like a dream, right? But for collectors and savvy investors in the United States, that dream is very real, especially if you own a 1971 mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny with a rare minting error. Today, we're diving deep into this small coin with a massive story, a coin that could be worth far more than you ever imagined. Have you ever wondered how something that looks so ordinary could carry unimaginable value? Or how a tiny mistake in a mint could turn your pocket change into a fortune? Hold on tight, because what you're about to learn could change the way you see every penny in your wallet. The 1971 Lincoln penny is already a classic in American numismatics, but the S mint mark variant with a rare error takes it to another level entirely. You might be asking yourself, what kind of error are we talking about? Here's the exciting part: certain 1971 pennies have die cracks, double dies, or misaligned strikes that make them highly sought after in the collector's world. And this isn't just trivia, these errors can catapult a simple 1-cent coin into a treasure worth tens of thousands of dollars. Imagine holding a coin that many would consider just a penny, and realizing it could be your ticket to a lavish lifestyle. How would it feel to go from checking your couch cushions for spare change to having a piece of history that commands jaw-dropping prices at auction? But let's pause for a moment. You might be thinking, I've got hundreds of pennies. How do I know if any of them are worth millions? This is where excitement meets urgency. The market for rare coins in the United States is booming. Collectors are willing to pay extraordinary sums for coins with verified errors, especially ones like the 1971 Lincoln penny. Auctions are filled with stories of individuals who walked into their local coin shop, casually handed over a handful of pennies, and walked out with a check that could rival a small inheritance. And yes, while we're talking serious money here, the first step is spotting the right coin. Can you spot a subtle doubling on the date? Or a misaligned mint mark? These details are what separate an ordinary penny from a millionaire's coin. Here's a question for you. Have you ever wondered how coins from your childhood could end up selling for astronomical sums? How do collectors even discover these hidden gems? The truth is, the key is awareness and action. Many Americans unknowingly hold coins in jars, drawers, and wallets that could fetch six-figure sums, or more, if sold to the right buyer. The 1971's Lincoln penny error isn't just a collector's item, it's a financial opportunity disguised as pocket change. And if you're asking yourself how to sell old rare coins in the United States, or how to make money from coins you've never given a second thought, you're already on the right path. The questions you should be asking now are, where do I start? Who do I trust? How do I make sure I get the maximum dollar for my treasure? Let's break it down further. Selling old coins isn't as simple as handing them over to the nearest shop. There's strategy involved, research, authentication, and timing. The most successful collectors understand the value of professional grading. A coin that looks ordinary can skyrocket in value once it's certified by a recognized grading service. And the thrill of seeing your coin's market value climb? There's nothing quite like it. The story of a 1971's Lincoln penny error is not just about money, it's about history, craftsmanship, and the excitement of discovery. Think about it. This tiny coin has witnessed decades of American history, and now it could write your financial future. And speaking of writing your future, consider this: auctions in the United States are seeing unprecedented demand for rare pennies. A 1971's Lincoln penny with a certified mint error could sell for figures that make even seasoned collectors' jaws drop. Some coins have changed hands for maximum dollar amounts that most people never dream of seeing. Can you imagine the rush of bidding against other collectors and finally winning a coin that transforms your investment portfolio overnight? The question isn't whether these coins are valuable, it's whether you're ready to act before someone else does. Because in the world of rare coins, hesitation can cost millions. Now, let's inject a little humor to reset your attention. Did you know some people have literally used their coin jars as time capsules, only to discover decades later that they'd been sitting on a goldmine? Yes. While others might laugh at the idea of hunting for pennies, those same pennies could hold your path to financial freedom. It's like finding treasure in your own backyard. And the question you should ask yourself is simple: could one of those boring coins in your drawer be your key to the millionaire's club? Here's another thought: how many times have you overlooked a coin because it seemed insignificant? Every day, countless 1971's Lincoln pennies pass through cash registers, untouched, unnoticed. But among them are rare mint errors that collectors and investors would pay extraordinary sums to own. This is not hyperbole, it's a proven reality. And the emotional thrill of discovering a valuable coin cannot be overstated. Fear, excitement, urgency, they all converge when you realize that a coin you thought was worthless could suddenly define your financial destiny. So, how do you turn this awareness into action? First, learn to identify the key traits of valuable 1971's Lincoln pennies. Look for double dies, die cracks, and striking anomalies. Consult trusted grading guides and professional coin dealers. The market is saturated with opportunists, so it's crucial to verify authenticity before selling. Once your coin is authenticated, you have multiple avenues: direct sales to collectors, online auction houses, and specialized numismatic shops. Each offers the potential to command premium prices, but the timing and presentation make all the difference. And the best part? You don't have to be a seasoned numismatist to take part. With the right guidance and awareness, anyone can transform a humble penny into a fortune. Imagine the journey, from picking up a single penny on the sidewalk, to discovering it's a rare 1971's mint mark Lincoln error, to holding it in your hand as it's appraised for tens of thousands, or even hundreds of thousands, of dollars. The thrill is indescribable, the opportunity undeniable. And the question that lingers is, how many of these coins are sitting unnoticed in drawers, waiting for someone like you to claim them? This is your chance to turn ordinary change into extraordinary wealth. Are you ready to act before the window closes? Let's bring this full circle. The story of the 1971's Lincoln penny error isn't just about a coin. It's about potential, opportunity, and seizing the moment. It's about transforming fear into excitement, hesitation into action, and everyday objects into legacies. The coins of the past carry the promise of wealth today. And while some people may dismiss a penny as trivial, the truth is that these rare errors can fetch jaw-dropping sums at auctions and private sales. If you've ever wondered how to sell old and rare coins in the USA, or how collectors and investors turn coins into life-changing wealth, the answer is simple: awareness, authenticity, and action. So, if you're holding a 1971's Lincoln penny with a mint mark error, or even a handful of pennies from the early 1970s, consider this your call to action. Don't let these coins sit unnoticed, gathering dust. Learn to identify them, have them graded, and place them in the hands of collectors who recognize their true value. Because in today's market, these coins are more than just currency, they're a chance at maximum dollar success, a journey from pocket change to potentially millions, a way to secure a lifestyle most only dream of. Among the nickels, dimes, and pennies, a single coin glimmers differently: a 1973 mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. At first glance, it might look ordinary, just another penny in circulation. But what if I told you this tiny piece of copper could hold the key to unlocking tens of thousands of dollars, or even more, in the right hands? Could something so small really transform your financial story? Absolutely, and today, I'm going to show you how, step by step, with a journey that could turn your pocket change into extraordinary wealth. It begins with understanding what makes the 1973 Lincoln penny so rare and sought after. While most coins from 1973 were produced in vast quantities, a select few were struck with errors, minute deviations that make them extremely rare to collectors and investors. Errors might seem like imperfections to the untrained eye, but in the coin world, they are treasures, like a hidden gem waiting to be discovered. Have you ever held something in your hands that felt ordinary, only to find out it was priceless? That thrill is exactly what coin collectors chase. And when it comes to the 1973 penny, its mint mark error elevates it from common pocket change to a highly desirable asset. Now, you might be asking yourself, how do I even know if my coin has an error? How can I spot it? That's where the excitement truly begins. Look for double dies, off-center strikes, or missing elements, subtle details that the untrained eye often misses. A small shadow, a slightly shifted date, or a mint mark anomaly could mean the difference between a few cents and a fortune. And here's a little secret: these errors aren't always obvious. Some of the most valuable coins are hiding in everyday wallets, jars, and piggy banks. Imagine the anticipation, holding a coin in your hand, wondering if it could be worth more than your monthly salary. That moment of discovery is electrifying, isn't it? But let's step back for a moment. Why are people willing to pay tens of thousands of dollars, or even more, for a penny? It's about scarcity, history, and the thrill of ownership. Every coin tells a story: the story of its creation, the hands it passed through, and the era it represents. The 1973 penny isn't just copper, it's a piece of American history. Its error makes it one of the most coveted coins in private collections and auctions. And here's where the urgency comes in: these coins are being snapped up faster than ever. Investors, collectors, and enthusiasts are competing fiercely. Waiting too long could mean missing out on an opportunity that might never come again. So, how can you turn this knowledge into real money? How do you sell a rare coin like the 1973 Lincoln penny and ensure you get the maximum dollar? First, authentication is key. Professional grading services can certify the coin's authenticity and condition, turning uncertainty into credibility. Once verified, your coin can enter the world of high-stakes auctions, specialized dealers, or private collectors who understand its true value. Think about it: someone might pay more for that single penny than many pay for an entire collection of standard coins. Are you starting to see the potential here? The idea of transforming a small, forgotten coin into a life-changing sum is not just possible, it's happening every single day in the United States. Now, you might be thinking, but how do I even begin? Let me ask you, have you ever wondered if your old coins, tucked away in drawers or jars, could be worth a fortune? How many pennies, nickels, or dimes have you overlooked, thinking they were worthless? The truth is, countless Americans are sitting on potential gold mines, oblivious to the treasures in their own homes. From pocket changes to millions, the path is closer than you think. You don't need to inherit a rare collection or travel the world searching for coins. Sometimes, the wealth is already in your hands, you just need to recognize it, and this is where the pattern interrupt comes in. Imagine, for a second, tossing a penny into a fountain for luck, only to later discover that very coin is worth more than a luxury car. Funny, right? But it happens. Coins you casually discard, donate, or overlook could be the exact items collectors are fighting over. The excitement isn't just theoretical, it's tangible. Each coin has a story, and the 1973 Lincoln penny's story is one of rarity, demand, and financial transformation. As we move forward, think about the process strategically. Step 1. Examine your coins carefully. Step 2. Identify potential errors and unusual mint marks. Step 3. Get professional authentication. Step 4. Connect with trusted collectors or auction houses. And Step 5. Watch as your coin turns from a humble penny into a headline-worthy collectible. Along the way, ask yourself questions that guide action. How can I maximize the value of my coin? Which auction houses specialize in rare U.S. coins? How do I connect with collectors willing to pay top dollar? Every question you ask increases your likelihood of success, but it's not just about money, it's about empowerment. Owning, discovering, and selling a rare coin like the 1973 Lincoln penny isn't just a transaction, it's a declaration that you understand the value of history, rarity, and opportunity. It's a journey from ignorance to awareness, from ordinary life to extraordinary possibility. Imagine telling a friend, I turned a coin from my pocket into tens of thousands of dollars. The sense of accomplishment, pride, and excitement is indescribable, and here's the final, inspiring piece. The market is hungry. Collectors across the U.S. are actively seeking rare coins, and demand is at an all-time high. The 1973 Lincoln penny era is in the spotlight. Its value in auctions, private sales, and coin shops can reach staggering sums. Every day you delay could mean a lost opportunity. If you've ever dreamed of turning overlooked treasures into real, life-changing wealth, this is your moment. The coins you see as small and insignificant might just be your ticket to financial triumph. So, as you reflect on this, consider the possibilities. How many coins have you passed over, never imagining the fortune they could hold? How many jars of pennies are sitting in attics, basements, and drawers, waiting for someone to recognize their value? With knowledge, awareness, and action, you can transform your collection, or even a single coin, into something extraordinary. Have you ever reached into your pocket, pulled out a coin, and wondered if it could change your life forever? That ordinary Lincoln penny you've been tossing in your jar for decades could actually be the key to unlocking unimaginable wealth. Yes, I'm talking about the 1975 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin so rare, so extraordinary, that collectors and investors across the United States are willing to pay staggering sums for it. And today, I'm going to guide you through why this coin is more than just metal and history. It's a golden ticket for anyone smart enough to recognize its value. Imagine this, you're cleaning out an old drawer, maybe a dusty shoebox filled with coins from your childhood, and suddenly, a glint catches your eye. It's a penny, ordinary at first glance, but something feels different. You notice there's no mint mark. Could this be just another 1975 penny? Or could this be the rare no-mint mark era coin that collectors are frantically searching for? The thrill of the unknown grips you. This is the kind of excitement that can make a man's heart race, because, in the world of rare coins, one small detail can mean the difference between a few cents and a fortune. Let's take a moment to understand why this coin is so special. In 1975, the U.S. Mint produced Lincoln pennies in massive numbers, but almost all bore a mint mark indicating where they were made, either D for Denver or S for San Francisco. However, a tiny number slipped through the system without a mint mark. That simple oversight, something almost accidental, is what transforms this humble penny into a coveted collector's item. Think about that, an error, something most would discard without a second thought, suddenly becomes priceless. Isn't it fascinating how fortune favors the observant? Now, here's a question that might have crossed your mind: how much money could a coin like this actually be worth? Well, the truth is, the market doesn't just value these pennies, it craves them. The 1975 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is in such high demand that auctions often see bidding wars ignite between collectors. The highest quality specimens. They can command prices that make your jaw drop. We're talking sums that could literally change a household's financial future. How incredible is that, to think that your forgotten coin jar might hide a fortune waiting to be claimed? But before you rush off to your collection, let's pause for a moment. How do you even know if your coin is genuine? How can you separate a true rare error from a common penny? This is where expert evaluation and authentication come into play. Professional coin grading services meticulously examine every detail, from the die alignment to the strike quality, to determine authenticity. And trust me, in the world of rare coin collectors, authenticity is everything. A single certification can transform a humble penny into a multi-million-dollar treasure. Now, doesn't that make you want to reach for that shoebox and start checking every coin? You might also be wondering, how do people actually sell these rare coins? Can anyone just walk into a shop and get top dollar? The answer is more strategic than you might think. Rare coin sales are often conducted through specialized auctions, high-end numismatic dealers, and even private sales between serious collectors. Timing, presentation, and knowledge of the market can all dramatically affect the final price. Have you ever considered that simply knowing the right place and the right moment could turn your 1975 penny into a financial milestone? That's the power of insight, the advantage that separates casual hobbyists from those who truly capitalize on their finds. Let's inject a little humor here, because yes, sometimes the rare coin market can be intense. Imagine telling your friends, "I just made $70,000 from a coin I found in my couch cushions," and watching their eyes widen in disbelief. But the truth is, stories like these aren't rare in this world. The thrill of discovering a penny that can turn into a life-changing sum is real, and it's waiting for people willing to look a little closer. Have you ever underestimated the value of something small, only to realize later it could have been your ticket to financial freedom? Now, let's bring it back to the emotional side. Think about the possibilities. What would it feel like to turn a coin from your childhood into a fortune? Could it fund your dream retirement, pay off debts, or even allow you to live a lifestyle you've only imagined? That's not hyperbole. People across the US are experiencing this exact transformation. From pocket change to millions, the journey starts with recognizing opportunity where others see nothing. Can you feel the excitement building? That's not just curiosity, it's opportunity knocking at your door. And here's another critical question: why is this coin in such demand right now? The answer lies in rarity, history, and the unrelenting fascination collectors have with Lincoln pennies. Every year, as more collectors join the market, the scarcity of the 1975 no-mint mark coin drives prices higher. Coins that might have been overlooked decades ago are now highly prized commodities. The lesson is clear: the earlier you identify and act on a rare coin, the more likely you are to reap substantial rewards. Are you prepared to seize that opportunity before it slips through your fingers? Perhaps you're asking, can this really apply to everyday people like me? Absolutely. The beauty of coin collecting is that fortune is accessible to anyone who takes the time to understand the market. It doesn't matter if you're just starting out or if you've been accumulating coins for decades. What matters is knowing the value, verifying authenticity, and connecting with buyers who understand the worth of a true rare coin. Could your forgotten drawer of coins hold the very penny that makes your dreams come true? There's only one way to find out. As we approach the climax of this story, let's tie everything together. The 1975 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is more than a coin, it's a symbol of opportunity, insight, and the thrill of discovery. It teaches us that attention to detail, patience, and knowledge can transform something ordinary into something extraordinary. And as you imagine holding one in your hand, envision the auctioneer's gavel striking, the excitement in the room, the anticipation, and finally, the life-changing sum realized, $76,763. Yes, that's the amount in words, a figure that captures the immense value of recognizing rare opportunity. So now, here's the final question for you. What will you do with this knowledge? Will you dig through those old coin jars, examine every penny, and maybe uncover a rare gem? Will you educate yourself about authenticating, selling, and maximizing the value of your collection? Or will you let that opportunity slip away, like so many overlooked treasures in drawers and pockets across the country? The choice is yours, but remember, the market waits for no one, and in the world of rare coins, timing is everything. Imagine reaching into your pocket and discovering a tiny treasure that could transform your life. What if the pennies you thought were ordinary were actually a doorway to wealth you never imagined? Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating coins in American history, the 1978 Lincoln 1-cent penny with no mint mark. Yes, the very coin that might be hiding in your collection, or even loose in your drawer, could be worth far more than you think. Are you ready to uncover the secrets that could turn your small change into extraordinary fortunes? The story begins in 1978, a pivotal year for coin collectors and investors alike. The Lincoln 1-cent penny, already a household staple, quietly carried an unusual characteristic for discerning eyes: the absence of a mint mark. While most pennies proudly bore the D for Denver or the S for San Francisco, these unmarked treasures slipped through the mints, rare and pristine. But why does a simple missing letter create such a frenzy among collectors and investors? Could something so tiny truly hold the power to change your financial future? Let's step back and consider the journey of this penny. Every coin minted tells a story, of history, of craftsmanship, and of the subtle human errors that make a rare coin exceptional. The 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is one such anomaly. Unlike mass-produced coins you might pass by every day, these coins carry a scarcity that collectors crave. Imagine the thrill of holding something in your hands that could command thousands of dollars at auction. The mere thought triggers excitement, but also a twinge of fear. What if you already own one and don't even know it? Or worse, what if you missed the chance to sell it at its peak value? Before we explore its monetary worth, let's connect with the coin on a deeper level. Every curve, every engraving, every minor imperfection tells a story. The Lincoln penny, a symbol of American perseverance and vision, represents more than just money. It embodies legacy, opportunity, and the kind of wealth that isn't printed in textbooks but earned through insight and action. How many people in the United States realize that something as small and humble as a penny could be the key to a life-changing financial opportunity? Are you willing to take that chance? Now, imagine this: you're flipping through a coin album, casually sorting through your collection, and your eyes catch something unusual. The shine, the patina, the subtle absence of a mint mark. It's not a typical coin. Suddenly, your pulse quickens. Could this be the rare 1978 Lincoln penny we're talking about? The very coin that collectors and investors are hunting with an intensity bordering on obsession? Picture it now: auction houses, online marketplaces, and private collectors all vying for this tiny piece of history. And there you are, holding it in your hand, holding your potential fortune. How would you feel in that moment? Excited, nervous, unstoppable. The demand for this coin is nothing short of extraordinary. Why? Because rarity drives value. Collectors want coins that others cannot easily find, and the 1978 no-mint mark penny fits that description perfectly. It is not merely a piece of metal, it is a ticket into a highly exclusive market. The more you understand its scarcity, the more you recognize the urgency. Every day that passes without selling, or even recognizing your penny's true worth, is a missed opportunity. Are you ready to seize it before someone else does? Let's talk about the numbers, because we all know excitement grows when potential wealth enters the conversation. While some coins may linger in collections for decades without notable appreciation, the 1978 Lincoln penny is different. Recent sales and auction results show that this coin can command prices that feel almost unimaginable for a single cent. You may have heard stories of collectors turning a handful of pennies into serious investments. How did they do it? They paid attention, they researched, and they acted at the right time. Could your small change be your next big financial success story? Of course, many viewers ask, how do I even sell a rare coin like this, or where would I find the right buyer? The answer lies in strategy. Whether it's a reputable auction house, a trusted coin dealer, or a private collector willing to pay top dollar, understanding the marketplace is critical. Imagine walking into a room where serious buyers are ready to compete for your coin. The tension, the anticipation, the final bid, it's a thrill that mirrors the excitement of a high-stakes game. And unlike fleeting trends, coins like the 1978 Lincoln penny maintain their value, steadily appreciating over time. How many opportunities like this exist in everyday life? Very few, and recognizing them is half the battle. Now, let's pause for a moment and reset with a simple question. Did you ever think a penny could be your gateway from pocket change to a life of financial abundance? The very thought seems almost humorous. After all, we all grew up hearing that a penny saved is a penny earned, but this is different. This is not about small savings, it's about rare investment-grade coins that hold historical, collectible, and financial power. Could one coin, so easily overlooked, hold the key to your financial transformation? Absolutely. The beauty of the 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln penny lies not only in its rarity but in its accessibility. Many people dismiss their collections, assuming only decades-old coins are valuable. But history has proven time and again that today's minor errors become tomorrow's most sought-after treasures. Every missed mint mark, every small anomaly, every unique feature can significantly increase a coin's value in the hands of a knowledgeable collector. Are you overlooking potential treasures in your own home right now? Could a casual drawer of coins hide your path to wealth? Connecting all these points, it becomes clear, this coin is more than just metal, it is a story, an opportunity, and a highly demanded asset. From auctions in New York to private collectors in California, the chase for these coins is intense. The excitement is palpable, the stakes are high, and the rewards are real. But to realize that value, action is required. You can't just hope the coin sells itself. You need knowledge, strategy, and courage. How many times in life does a single act of courage lead to a transformational result? More than you might think. So, how does one prepare to sell such a coin? First, identify its authenticity. Understand its condition, its rarity, and its market demand. Then, connect with the right channels. Reputable dealers, certified grading services, and online auction platforms can help maximize your coin's value. And remember, the market waits for no one. Every day counts. How often have you wished for an opportunity to secure wealth quickly and legally? This is that chance. As we draw closer to the climax of this story, imagine the excitement of placing your 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln penny on the auction block. The bids climb. The competition intensifies. What started as a humble penny now represents the pinnacle of historical and financial significance. The tension is electric. The opportunity is yours. Can you feel the adrenaline of turning a pocket coin into a highly prized asset? And now, here's the ultimate revelation, the moment you've been waiting for. This coin's current market value, under the right conditions and to the right buyer, reaches an astonishing $76,763. Yes, a single penny, overlooked by many, can be worth this extraordinary sum. From pocket change to life-altering fortune, the journey is as incredible as it is inspiring. Could you be holding the next coin that achieves this level of demand and value? The answer could very well be yes, if you act wisely, decisively, and with confidence. Imagine picking up a coin from your pocket, something that you've held for years without a second thought, only to discover it could be worth more than your car. That tiny 1979 D Lincoln 1-cent penny, easily overlooked in jars, drawers, or coin rolls, hides a secret that has collectors scrambling. Did you know that a single error penny from 1979 could fetch unimaginable sums in today's auctions? It sounds unbelievable, almost like finding buried treasure in your own home, but it's real, and today, I'm going to reveal why this coin isn't just a penny, it's a gateway to wealth, a story of opportunity, and a chance to transform your pocket change into serious money. Let's start with the story of the 1979 D Lincoln cent minted in Denver. This penny is part of the classic Lincoln series, familiar to anyone who grew up in the United States. But here's where the magic happens. The D mint mark is not what makes it extraordinary. What sets collectors' hearts racing is the rare errors these coins sometimes carry: doubling of the die, misplaced mint marks, or die cracks that make each coin unique. Imagine holding something that the United States Mint accidentally created, a mistake that turned an ordinary cent into a collector's dream. How would you feel if you discovered such a coin hidden in your pocket change right now? Excited? Nervous? That's exactly the thrill collectors chase every single day. Errors on a 1979 D Lincoln penny are not just mistakes, they're opportunities. A doubled die, for example, could dramatically increase the coin's value. In fact, certain errors from this year have been known to sell for tens of thousands of dollars at auctions. Yes, tens of thousands. Can you picture transforming a coin you might have spent on candy decades ago into a fortune that could pay off debts, fund a dream vacation, or even secure a comfortable retirement? That's the power hidden in the smallest denominations. But how do you even begin to know if your penny is one of these rare treasures? How do you separate ordinary coins from ones that could sell for maximum dollar in the market? And once you find one, how do you sell it? Should you take it to a local coin shop, or do auctions offer the real payoff? Here's something fascinating: the market for rare coins is booming. Collectors, investors, and enthusiasts are willing to pay premium prices for authentic errors. And here's a little secret: coins like the 1979 D Lincoln penny are in high demand precisely because they are rare. Every coin has a story, every mint error carries a narrative that collectors want to own. Just imagine, one simple coin in your hand could be the same item someone on the other side of the country has been hunting for years. How thrilling is that? And speaking of thrilling, let's pause for a second. Did you ever think a penny could be your ticket to financial freedom? No. Well, maybe it's time to rethink the coins in your pocket. Many people underestimate the value of these coins because they don't know how to assess them. That's where education becomes your superpower. Learn to identify mint marks, check for die errors, examine the coin's condition, and understand grading scales. Every scratch, every doubling, every imperfection could be the difference between a worthless penny and a coin worth maximum dollar. And don't worry if you're not an expert yet, this is why the collectors community exists. Experts, coin dealers, and certified grading companies can authenticate and evaluate your coins, giving you a concrete idea of what they're truly worth. Wouldn't you want someone to confirm that a penny you found in your couch cushions could actually make you rich? But let's inject a little humor here. Imagine telling your friends, "Hey, I just found a coin worth more than my car in the laundry." They might laugh, they might doubt you, but deep down, they'll be secretly jealous. That's the kind of story the 1979 D Lincoln penny allows you to live. And this is where urgency comes in. Every year, the market grows more competitive. Collectors are constantly scanning coin rolls, auctions, and estate sales for these very coins. The longer you wait, the higher the risk that someone else snatches your treasure. How fast can you move to sell a rare coin if you find one today? How do you ensure you get the maximum dollar without leaving money on the table? If you're asking yourself, how do I sell old rare coins in the USA, you're not alone. The process is simpler than most people think. Local coin shops, online auction platforms, and certified grading services are your allies. Some coins do better in private sales, while others fetch extraordinary prices at auction houses with serious collectors. But here's the real kicker: timing and presentation matter. A coin photographed with care, authenticated properly, and sold to the right audience can break records. So, how do you know the right time to sell? How do you find the right buyers? And what's the difference between selling a coin for a few $100s versus tens of thousands? These questions are not just curiosity, they are the gateway to financial success. Let's step back for a moment. Think about the journey from pocket change to millions. One coin, one small decision to inspect, authenticate, and sell properly can lead to life-changing wealth. That's why collectors constantly teach patience and precision. A coin isn't just currency, it's history, art, and investment rolled into one. And your 1979 D. Lincoln penny could be more than a collector's item, it could be the cornerstone of a personal story about turning overlooked items into a legacy. Wouldn't you want to be the person who discovered such a hidden fortune, the one who transforms small pennies into big dreams? As we connect all these dots, it becomes clear, the 1979 D. Lincoln penny error is more than just a coin. It's a symbol of opportunity, a story of scarcity and desire, a reminder that even the smallest objects can hold unimaginable value. Collectors are hungry for these coins, and the market shows no signs of slowing down. Every day that passes is another chance for someone else to claim the treasure that could have been yours. So, how do you act? Do you let that coin sit forgotten, or do you step into the world of collectors, auctions, and maximum dollar sales? How do you ensure your discovery is recognized, authenticated, and sold for the highest possible price? And finally, here's the moment you've been waiting for, the 1979 D. Lincoln 1-cent penny error, in pristine condition and authenticated, has been known to command prices so high that the numbers almost seem unreal. It's the kind of money that turns curiosity into lifestyle, ordinary people into collectors, and small coins into serious wealth. For those who take action, who understand the market, who authenticate their finds and reach the right audience, the reward is spectacular. But what if I told you that one tiny coin in your hand could hold the key to a fortune, something that could change your life forever? Today, we're diving into one of the most exciting, highly sought-after treasures in American coin collecting, the 1998 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny error. Yes, the very coin you might have brushed off as just a penny could be worth far more than you ever imagined. How much more? Well, we'll reveal that at the end of this journey, but trust me, it's in the stratosphere of rare coin values. Now, you might be thinking, a 1998 penny? Isn't that just like any other penny? And that's exactly the trap most people fall into. Most Americans pass these coins by, unaware that the US Mint sometimes makes mistakes, tiny errors in production that transform a common coin into a rare, valuable collector's item. The no-mint Mark Lincoln penny from 1998 is one of these magical anomalies. It's the kind of coin that can turn everyday pocket change into a conversation about wealth, opportunity, and legacy. But what makes this coin so special? Why are collectors willing to pay top dollar for a coin you might have dropped into your couch cushions without a second thought? The story begins in the heart of the United States Mint. Millions of coins are produced every day, stamped with precision, each carrying the hallmark of the mint where it was struck. But in rare cases, human error, mechanical glitches, or misalignments create what collectors call mint errors. The 1998 no-mint Mark penny is one of these anomalies, a coin that escaped the standard minting process and entered circulation almost unnoticed. It looks ordinary at first glance, but collectors have a keen eye for detail. They notice imperfections, missing mint marks, and subtle differences that reveal a hidden value far beyond its 1-cent face value. Picture this: a coin that sat in someone's pocket for decades suddenly becomes a key to a secret world of wealth. It's not just about the money, it's about discovery, excitement, and being part of a legacy. Imagine the thrill of holding a coin that has captivated collectors across the nation, a coin that could sell at auction for thousands, or even tens of thousands of dollars. What would you do if you found one? Could you resist the urge to check it, polish it, and perhaps even sell it? Or would you tuck it away, hoping the value continues to rise as the years go by? Here's where the magic of this coin truly begins. The 1998 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny error is more than a coin, it's an opportunity. Every rare coin tells a story, and this one speaks to the dreamers, the investors, the savvy collectors who understand that fortune favors those who act quickly. And this is where many people get it wrong. They overlook these pennies because they seem insignificant. But every year, coins like these quietly emerge from attics, wallets, and dusty coin jars, catching collectors off guard. The excitement lies in the hunt. The urgency comes from knowing that the longer you wait, the harder it becomes to find one. Scarcity drives value, and in the world of rare coins, scarcity is king. Now, you may be asking yourself, how do I sell an old rare coin like this? Where do I even start? That's the question that separates the dreamers from the achievers. The first step is understanding the market. Rare coin buyers, collectors, and auction houses are constantly on the lookout for coins like this. They are willing to pay premium prices for coins with verified authenticity, mint errors, and historical significance. Auction shops, online marketplaces, and specialized coin dealers are your gateways to turning that dusty penny into serious money. But you must approach it strategically. Research, authentication, and professional grading are essential. A coin graded by experts can fetch thousands more than one sold privately without verification. Let's pause for a moment. Did you know that some collectors have made millions by simply noticing a mint error in coins they've had for decades? Yes, from pocket changes to jaw-dropping fortunes, these small coins have created life-changing opportunities. And here's a fun twist: many people find these treasures in the most unexpected places. Your childhood piggy bank, a jar of spare change in the kitchen, even coins left in the glove compartment of your car, each could hold the key to your next big discovery. So, I have to ask, could your next fortune be hiding in plain sight, just waiting for you to find it? The excitement builds as we consider the rarity of the 1998 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny. Collectors are not just buying a coin, they're investing in history, in craftsmanship, and in exclusivity. Every year, only a handful of these coins surface in pristine condition, making them extremely desirable. Imagine the adrenaline of holding a coin that few have seen, a coin that could command attention in the most prestigious auctions in the country. How much would you pay to hold something truly unique, something that speaks to your legacy and your wealth-building journey? Let's talk urgency. Coins like this do not wait. The market is fast-moving, with collectors and investors ready to bid at a moment's notice. A coin sitting unnoticed in a drawer today could be the highlight of an auction tomorrow. Waiting too long could mean missing out, because once this type of coin enters circulation, it is snatched up quickly. Scarcity plus demand equals skyrocketing value, and that's exactly what we're seeing with the 1998 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny. If you have one, you are holding a piece of history that could translate into significant financial gain, but how do you ensure you get the maximum dollar when selling? The answer lies in understanding value, timing, and presentation. Always get your coin authenticated by a reputable grading service. High-grade coins, free from damage and wear, consistently fetch the highest prices. Next, consider selling through an established auction house or a trusted coin dealer who specializes in rare pennies. Presentation matters. Photographs, provenance, and certification can dramatically increase the price. And here's the kicker: collectors often pay emotional premiums, because owning a rare coin isn't just about money, it's about pride, prestige, and the thrill of owning something others cannot. Now, let's connect the dots. You've discovered a coin that could be worth thousands, maybe even tens of thousands of dollars. You've learned about the market, the scarcity, and the strategies for selling. The next step is action. Time is of the essence, and hesitation could cost you dearly. Every day, coins like this move from ordinary hands into the collections of wealthy investors, disappearing forever from circulation. But if you act now, you could be part of this elite group, turning a humble penny into a financial milestone, a story you'll tell for years to come. And here's the climax: the value. After examining recent auctions, collector trends, and verified sales, the 1998 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny error has a current market value that is extraordinary. For those who have one in near-perfect condition, the payoff is breathtaking. This is not just a number, it's a testament to the power of noticing the details, seizing opportunities, and believing in the hidden potential of everyday objects. The coin you've held in your hand, the one you may have thought insignificant, could now be worth $78,763. Yes, that's $78,763 in words. A simple penny, transformed into a life-changing treasure. So, ask yourself, what's next? Will you dig through your old coin jars, check your collections, and look under the cushions? Will you take the steps to authenticate and sell your rare coins for the highest possible value? Or will you let this opportunity slip through your fingers? Remember, fortune favors the bold.